Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. And if you're an old one, welcome back, my lovelies. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations. They are truly appreciated. And thank you for your emails. Emails of confirmation, emails just sharing your stories, and emails booking readings. My readings are open. I have a 48-hour to 72-hour turnaround time for my readings. If you need something a bit quicker, a bit more speedy, I do offer an emergency service that goes out within 12 to 24 hours. With that being said, please remember there is still someone going through the comments section pretending to be me, pretending to be a light one, a friend, a pastor, whoever they're pretending to be. If it has a picture of me, but there is no highlighted banner behind my name, you are not speaking to me, okay? There is also someone there that keeps saying, WhatsApp me, I can get your love back, donation, solicitation. If you see this, please just kindly block and report them. Thank you so much. Now, the energy that I pick up on is fluid, which means I can be picking up on past, present, or future, or an amalgamation of all three, so take what resonates. Now, if I say male, if I say female, if I say masculine, feminine, he, she, we all hold these energies, okay? So this reading could be for you, it could be for the person you're thinking of, another light one, divine counterpart, or someone completely different. Now, I want to say before I start, if you hear banging in the background, there are builders back, they're back in town again. So there may be some disruption, okay? And I do apologise for that. Now, the energy that was coming through is someone having a crush on someone in their own family, something like cousin liking cousin on a low-key, okay, but it not being reciprocated. And I also got the energy of wherever they're living or whoever their, you know, their family is very strict. There's something about the rules in the house being led by the spiritual book, whether that is Christian or Muslim or Hindi, whatever it is. The person who rules that home, they rule it with an iron rod or an iron fist, as you say. Now, on the back here, it says high honor, high standards, and idealistic. This person has very high standards, but not just in their home, in their community as well. And there's something here with, I don't know why that's linked into cousins liking cousins, because it says here, a call for help. Reach out, need for backup, admit your needs, okay? Oh, okay, so this person may have found out, and I'm getting matriarch. Whoever rules this house is a matriarch. This matriarch may have found out. They may have found out. Because, yeah, you've got call for help. That one came out again. And then you also have here, in reverse, seduction, allure, desire, and manipulation. So I don't know if, you know, this cousin has either let it slip or they've kind of told their own cousin how they feel, and the cousin's gone to the auntie or gone to the grandmother and told them. Yeah, because look, you've got hunter here, and it says aggressor, tracker, and provider, which is telling me also that somebody in this family has been either tracking, or it's something about tracking someone's moves, constantly watching someone's moves, okay? And I'm getting that this matriarch or auntie or whoever it is very what's the word, very controlling with where her children or the children or people in her household go, what they do, you know, what time they come back, and their money as well, because you've got anticipation, bright prospects, and wish. There was something here about trying to appease this person's ego by saying, I can track or stalk this person for you, okay? Because I heard as punishment you have to do it all. What was the punishment? Have to do all of what? Have to do all of what? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Okay, so you've got here again, high honor, high standards, and idealistic, and then craving, compulsion, and obsession. There's something here about do-gooding towards whoever this matriarch is, okay? And kind of like this, there being very high expectations for, especially with it running towards whatever religion this matriarch runs towards, whether it's the Bible, the Quran, whatever. There's something here about you have to be in wedlock before having sex. If you have a child, it can't be out of wedlock, because I'm getting that energy as well, that there's something here that one of the cousins is pregnant or something along those lines, and they're not in wedlock, okay? Because you've also got on here craving, compulsion, and obsession. You've got a lot of threes coming out, okay? And then a need for some sort of balance or charity, okay? So they may have had to go to this matriarch and tell them the truth. But I'm feeling like the cousins, you've got a male cousin and a female cousin, okay? Because you've also got on here, witness, to know personal evidence to speak out. They wanted to cover this up. There was something about covering up a pregnancy. Oh, because you've got inspiration, epiphany, and innovation. Someone knows, or someone was given some sort of download of not saying anything. Don't say anything, let me cover this up. Keep it, what am I hearing? Keeping it in the family. Keeping what in the family? What are they keeping in the family? Something, something that you're not supposed to do. Flaws, contradiction, and mistake. Okay, so you have got, wow, okay, so you have got two cousins who shouldn't be doing things that they are doing. But one of them is almost like they were not forced into it, but kind of manipulated into it. The other one is now pregnant, and the matriarch in this house has either found out or is about to find out, because you've also got here supernatural, inexplicable, miraculous, and otherworldly. There's something here with whatever happens in this household. It's either seen from outside as being a very religious, very spiritual, very, you know, the love of God or the love of Allah or the love of whoever, or Vishnu or whoever it is. But on the inside, I'm getting something different. Yielding, rapture, and bliss. There's been some sort of, love spell or love hex or something about this cousin trying to trap the other cousin. Okay, and trying to do it where nobody sees, because witness came out again, to know personal evidence and to speak out. Okay, now this could also be blackmail, and I heard you got it. This is blackmail for what? Let me see. Mortal, finite, and fragile, and it's holding an egg. Okay, so this is definitely to do, this is to do with, I think that one of them, I think the masculine or male cousin has gone to their own auntie or own grandmother or the head of the home and has had to kind of say, well, you know, hypothetically, what would you do? Because here it says trust, unwavering, and confidence. Yeah, they've gone to them, they trust this person, because I heard righteous, they see them as very righteous. They've trusted them and they've gone to them and said, what, how would you get rid of this pregnancy, but do it on a low key? Okay, because I'm not hearing the word abortion or termination in that way, but there's something here about like getting them to drink something. Yeah, because look, inexplicable, miraculous, and otherworldly. Again, this would kind of get them out of shame is what I heard, because whoever it is that they've gone to, this head of the house, has, you know, as more or less, I think they've kind of pulled it out of them, or they're trying to. They know something, that there's something up. And they've asked for advice on how would I do this? And it's not just what herbs do I give this person to drink. What would I say, or what spell could I use to mess up someone's fertility? Okay, because look, you've got reprise, recovery, and comeback, and then trust, unwavering, and confidence. So this person has gone to them in confidence. Because I'm also seeing, it's almost like when you go to those Catholic churches and they have like the confession booths and you go in there so you don't actually see the other person's face. There's something about going to them under the guise that it's not happening to them, it's happening to their friend. What would they do to help this friend out? Okay, any more from this deck? No. Okay. This one or that one? This one. Right, this one, this deck, I've only used it a couple of times because it's actually playing cards, and it's Shakespeare playing cards. So each of the people on here are going to be, you know, characters from each of the plays. And it's split into, and I'm sorry about that noise outside, it's split into 4 different, what's the word? Different identities. So you have the jokers, you have the fools, you have the lovers, you have the villains. So let's see what comes out as a running theme throughout this, okay? And I want to know how this links into a light one. Do you want me to shuffle it more? Yes, okay. So let's see how this is going to link into a light one. How interesting. Okay, so we have here in reverse Prospero. Okay, and Prospero is a diamond. So let's see. So this is heroes and heroines. So we have an anti-hero or an anti-heroine here. Okay, so let's go through and read what it says. Prospero. Prospero is a wizard. Well, there you go. who was Duke of Milan before his brother Antonio overthrew him and banished him to sea with his daughter Miranda. Prospero and Miranda have been living on an island for 12 years, but now Prospero decides to use his magic to summon Antonio and restore order. Now this is upside down, okay? There's something here, especially with whoever it is that's the head of the household, has the ability or uses magic to banish someone, can banish people, can sever or separate people. I'm going to reread that. Prospero is a wizard who was Duke of Milan before his brother Antonio overthrew him. So whoever it is at the head of this household has had, and this is coming up a lot, this theme of their crown being knocked off, okay? This person has been overthrown by someone who's very, very strong, and they did not expect this, okay? And banished him to sea with his daughter Miranda. So, with this upside down as well, with banishment being here, this person who's had their crown knocked off, this person is helping either their own nephew or their, their grandchild or whatever it is to create either some sort of spell, hex, banishment to get rid of this unwanted pregnancy. And it's almost like it's unsaid that actually this is the person and they're doing it to their cousin. But I have a feeling that this head of the household knows, but they're not saying anything because I hear shame. Bring in shame, because the first card that kept coming out kept saying honor, and this person wants to be, they want their reputation to stay unsullied. But you also have in here, Prospero and Miranda have been living on an island for 12 years, but now Prospero decides to use his magic to summon Antonio and restore order. So there's something here about using the energy of the unborn child that they're getting rid of to have a comeback of some sort. This is what I'm getting from this. Anything else that wants to come out? You've got King Lear in reverse as well, okay? Which is also another hero or heroine, but it's an anti-hero. So let's have a look at King Lear and what King Lear would like to add to this. King Lear has 3 daughters. He promises to divide England into 3 parts, giving the largest part to whichever daughter loves him the most. Regan and Goneril tell him what he wants to hear, but his favourite daughter, Cordelia, refuses, and everything Lear thought he knew falls apart. Okay, so there's something here with whoever this head of the household is, because I'm getting a feminine energy. She adores this nephew or this grandchild, will do anything for them. So there is definitely this unsaid kind of like communication that she already knows that it's him, but she doesn't want to force him to say it, and she's very upset about this. Now, how does this link in? What is it that she feels that she can do? Because you've got Gravediggers in the middle, which is a 2. It's about bringing back balance. Now, Gravediggers is in reverse. Let's have a look. But I use this very, very rarely because I don't know. I love Shakespeare, but I don't know all of the characters by heart, okay? Let's have a look. Now, we're on spades. We want to go right to the back. And we have, thank you for sticking with me as I look through this. Okay, so the clubs represent the fools and the jesters, okay? So this is something about some sort of foolish endeavour that they're taking. And the thing is, with it in reverse as well, it's almost like this person who's already had their imaginary crown knocked off does not realise what a foolish endeavour it is that they're doing right now. And especially with casting against someone's own will, against your own bloodline on top of that. And because the thing is as well, as much as, this person that's come to them, their family that's come to them has not told them it's this person. This person already knows. They must know at the heart of it. They're going to be casting against their own blood. And on top of that, their own, predecessors as well, if that child was to be born. Okay, now we've got on here Gravediggers. Now let's see what it says for Gravediggers. There seems to be a lot of fools on here. Right, it says for Gravediggers, while digging Ophelia's grave, these 2 fools tell jokes and riddles and argue whether Ophelia committed suicide, which would prohibit a Christian burial, concluding it it is easier. Do you know the reason why I stopped? Because the minute I said the Christian burial, it's giving me that this dark high priestess, or whoever it is that's the top of the household, they're not going to tell this cousin that they're not only going to be, you know, removing the child from this person's womb, but they're literally going to get rid of them altogether. Wow. Okay, let me read this again. While digging Ophelia's grave, these two fools tell jokes and riddles and argue whether Ophelia committed unaliving, which would prohibit a Christian burial, concluding it is easier for the rich to kill themselves than the poor. When Hamlet appears in disguise, they show him the skull of an old jester, Yorick. Do you know what this is telling me? This person knows this is no laughing matter, because it's in reverse. This is no laughing matter. Okay. Wow. Okay. Now what I'm getting from this is that when this male cousin came over, they didn't just say get rid of the child, get rid of this person. Because the energy that I'm getting of this female cousin is that this person is in love. It's not just a crush, they are in love with their cousin, but to the point of jealousy, to the point of, you know, not allowing that other person to breathe, wanting to know where they are all the time. And that's the end. Wanting to know where they are all the time. What are you doing? Where are you going? And this person has gone to their own grandmother, or gone to their own auntie or mother or whoever it is, and said, I need you to unalive this person completely, get rid of this person. And there is this weird balance between using some sort of incantations, but also getting this person to drink a herb or place something in their food. Okay, it's easier for the rich to kill themselves than the poor, and they're going to do it. He's going to do it in some bougie way, like take this person out for a meal or something. Wow. When Hamlet appears in disguise, they show him the skull of old jester. So the thing is as well, with that's telling me also there's somebody here who is in disguise, and when I say I'm meaning undercover. This is the reason why it's foolish. This person doesn't realize what they're putting on their plate on top of what they've already got. Wow, 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 wow. Let me pop those down here. Okay. They called out for help, but this is the thing. Whoever this masculine energy is that asked for help from the head of the household, this head of the household has asked someone else for help, not realizing that the person they're calling in is either an investigator, is undercover police, is someone who's collecting information on them anyway. Okay, and this is why it's so foolish. Wowee. Now tell me how this links into a late one, please, and thank you. Let's have a look. Not this deck. Okay, change it. Which deck would you like me to take instead? Which one? Show me. This one. Okay, so let's see. Now let's see how this is linked into a light one. Now you've got alchemy here, and you've also got today for tomorrow upside down. So there's something here about whatever it is that you're digging into, or whatever it is that you're doing at the moment. And I mean, you know, in regards to the spiritual rituals that you do for cleansing, protecting, for connecting with your guides. Sorry, my cards are just falling everywhere right now. Okay. There's something that you're doing that is stopping them from staying hidden, is what I'm hearing. Okay, or it's helping this investigator just energetically being able to go to the right place, because right now you've got alchemy and you've got intuition. So this person is trying to cover themselves, because alchemy and intuition upside down is telling me that they're trying to block your healing, because the more that you heal, the more you connect to your own belief in yourself, your faith in yourself, and how you connect to your intuition of knowing. Now tell me more about why are they, how is that connected? Let me see. Now you've got here, this person thought that they were actually going to get, there's something here about removing this person, them assuming that removing this child or child in utero will bring them good juju. Okay, because you've also got here 11th house, freedom, associations, your circle of friends. Okay, so this is something within, I don't know if there was communication or talking about this in a circle of friends, but whoever they've gone to, I don't know if this their bloodline. What I heard, it's not his auntie, it's not his bloodline, it's hers. It's the female cousins. And there's something here with there being good juju bestowed upon whoever it is who is the auntie or the head of the household in doing this. They feel like they will get some sort of, they'll get their crown back. Why do they think they'll get their crown back? I say that and look at what comes out. And the number on top of there, condensed down, is all about change, is about towers, it's about transformation, okay? And that is your, the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. There's something here with this person being psychically blind at the moment, or psychically muddied, so they can't actually read people. And doing this, some sort of sacrifice, some sort of offering, is supposed to bring it back, okay? Now, how does this link into a light one, please, and thank you. Ooh-wee, because you've got the moon and you've got daughter value, okay? And this 4, again, is to do with your foundations. The moon is to do with your emotions. There's something that what they were very upset about, okay? With you receiving some sort of monetary download. And when I say monetary download, I'm talking about some sort of light code to do with abundance. There's some sort of activation that's happened for you, okay? And this may have happened on the full moon. Okay, they tried to do something at the start of the month and it went wrong, because it says here, defend, accept, let your feelings tell you how to. Okay, and then over here, daughter value. Okay, that's all your foundations. That's material wealth. That is prosperity. That is, you know, your identity, your safety, your security. They tried doing this. They may have already tried doing this. Okay, and whatever it was that they were trying to take from removing this female cousin was supposed to open up the door for daughter value for them, okay? But somebody in their circle is a double dealer. Is either a double dealer or is undercover. Should I take these 3? No, put them back, okay. Now again, I apologize if there's lots of noise outside. Every time that I want to film, they're there banging and making a little brass band outside my window. Now you've got envy on here. Let me place this one over here. You've got liberation, and you've also got Jupiter. Now this high priestess, this matriarch, whoever it is completely obsessed with a light one and how they are progressing. How is it that they aren't able to see what the next step is for this light one? Why haven't they been able to intercept this idea, this abundance, this knowledge coming from your Akashic records? Okay, because right here, it's upside down with envy. Okay, something about having to hide the fact that they've trapped themselves within some sort of abundance spell they try to do for them. They try to do to you, but it happened to them, and they've realized their own mistake. Okay, and it says here, the granting of blessings from and good fortune. They feel, I don't know if it's right now they feel this, or they felt that doing this not only got rid of the issue for their, you know, this masculine cousin, nephew, whoever it is, but also they would have been able to use this energy by the full moon to bring some sort of block to you while opening it up, some sort of floodgates of abundance for themselves. Now, how did that turn out for them? How did that turn out for them? Well, something was removed, okay? Something was definitely removed, either from their 3rd eye or their crown chakra. Did they actually go through this? But what I'm getting also with attachment in reverse is that this happened. They actually done this to this person, okay? Did they actually do this to this person? Oof, yeah. They did something and it went terribly wrong. It went terribly wrong, okay? Because you've got attachment here, okay? And it's in reverse. So they removed something from their 3rd eye or their crown, but they left themselves open to something far worse. Okay, what was it that they left themselves open to? Please and thank you. What did they leave themselves open to? Should I take this one? Oh, they were not expecting this, okay? Because it says on here, stir up the situation by using, be open to new ideas about, invent a way to. Now let me see. What was it that was so shocking to them? What was so shocking to them? Please and thank you. What was it that was so shocking to them? They thought that doing this ritual, and there's something about poisoning, using poison or something like that, would bring them in so much abundance, and it did the opposite. Okay, and what happened to the female cousin? Please and thank you. What happened to the female cousin? The female cousin, there's something about, is it an initiation? Some sort of initiation, or it being masked as an initiation. Okay, this person, wounded healer. With it being this way, this person did not pass away from whatever it was that was done, but they may have lost their child. Okay, now with that wounded healer there, they were either protected by Sekhmet, or they were protected by something that wants them to come off of this temple path, come out of the karmic cycle that they're in. Because I keep hearing jealousy. Because look, here you've got joy over here. Wait, did the child pass? And I heard no, and I saw someone's hands going like this. Because look what you've got here, joy, and the lady holding a child. So this high priestess, whoever's running this household, wanted to offer both of them. Who did they want to offer them to? Who were they offering them to? Who was it they were offering them to? Because I had oblivion to oblivion. Now, up or down? I heard up and down. So it's some sort of fallen angel. There's no way that this dark high priestess is offering anything up to Metatron. Okay, he's too high vibrational for that kind of dark-ish. But you've got 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. So if it's upside down, there's some sort of fallen angel. Okay, that's interesting. Because if I place it this way, they weren't expecting this energy to turn up. Okay, why did Metatron turn up? Why did Metatron turn up? Harvest. To stop it from happening. To stop it from happening, okay? Adjacent possibilities is here as well, okay? That this person was more or less told that it can go one of two ways, okay? I can either block you or what? Or you can move yourself away from this situation, okay? Now, what did the high priestess decide to do? Because obviously they got blocked. So what was the surprise? I think this, oh my goodness. So this angel or an energy like this turned up and blocked the harvest. And this really shocked this high priestess, because you've also got here solar plexus. Why did I say solar plexus? They were trying to harvest something from your solar plexus. What, from doing this? They thought this offering was going to ramp something up over the full moon. That means they could have harvested from you. That's why Archangel Metatron showed up, because while they were trying to do this to this female cousin or whoever it was, the intent was to then send this kind of shitstorm over towards you, and that got completely blocked from the get-go by Archangel Metatron, because he was like, no, you are not going to take any type of cornucopia, anything from my lovely light ones. It's not happening. Okay, that may be also why Sekhmet turned up, not only for this, it wasn't for the female cousin, it was for their child. And I heard yes. Wow, because you know the story of Sekhmet. Everyone knows about, the darker side of Sekhmet, or the bloodthirsty, warrior queen will cut you down. But what a lot of people miss is that she was a mother. She had children, and I don't know the story on how she lost her children, but she did, and she grieved. So she is a massive protector of children, born or unborn, okay? And she will fiercely protect them, whether they are hers or not. She came in and protected. Wowee, okay? And then you've got here the extraordinary power of prayer, the highest and lowest aspects of control the situation. And this this high priestess in reverse, this dark high priestess, did not expect this to happen. That is the big shocker. That is the big shocker. Stop. And that's why you've got joy over here, okay? And you've also got here a fiery climax approaches. She is very angry, but she can't show that on the outside, because it means the community that she's in will question her, okay? Now tell me more about this masculine. Okay, so you've got radical rebirth upside down. This masculine was expecting something. He was expecting some sort of tower to befall this other person, okay? But it didn't happen. And with that radical rebirth as well, oh, it's almost like him going to her saying, if you do this, it will help me out. But it was more than that. He wanted something as well, and he walked away when it didn't happen. He walked away angry but quiet. And this high priestess in reverse, she was expecting something, because you've got right behind this beautiful woman's face, there's a portal behind there, and it comes back to this unblocking something. Okay, she was expecting it to unblock not only her third eye, her crown chakra, but that she'd get all of her skills, all of her psychic abilities back. But they left her. They completely left her, and it's left her seething, absolutely seething, because it says the garden and the gate. Okay, the garden and the gate is that the energy of what are you waiting for? That door's there. Just open it and walk through it. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's almost like whoever's team turned up, whoever's ancestral team, highest resonance light team members, whoever turned up and turned up for this show was like, I dare you to walk through that door. I dare you to try. And she did. And she did. And she didn't realise who was waiting for her on the other side. Tell me more. Ooh, they're going everywhere. Okay. Because look, this is what that's what she thought she was bringing in as well. She thought she was going to bring in someone else's divine counterpart. She thought she was going to be stealing that for herself. And I heard out of jealousy. Because you got rest and rejuvenation upside down. Hell, okay, I heard hell to pay. Oh my gosh. She opened that door. She done whatever she did. And it went completely tits up. And there was some sort of fight on the astral realm. There was some sort of fight on the astral realm, okay? And it was shut down, because that says seasons. It happened really quickly, okay? But you have definitely got some beautiful ancestors, some people on your light team who fight for you, who love you, who love you. What else needs to come out? Tell me more. Tell me about this cousin, this masculine cousin. Who is this person? Tell me what happened to this person when they ran away. When they ran away with their tail between their legs. And as I say that, look at that. You got brazen in reverse. So they ran away with their tail between their legs. And you've got storm. This person is angry, but they're also feeling, because with a Uranus there, they're feeling the kickback from whoever it was, that it's not so much this female cousin. It's more to do with your guides and your ancestors. They are on this person's tail, okay? Unashamedly on their tail, okay? Tell me more, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Tell me more about this male cousin. What happened to him? Let me see. This person, there's something with this person over here. If I place this one over here, he may have his seed with many women, is what I'm getting here. And it was almost like trying to clear up loose ends. Clear up loose ends, okay? And with this upside down as well, there were many women who quite happily would lay their bed with him. Okay, because you've got Capricorn here. Dedication to achieve, focusing on, resulting from the rules imposed by. There's something to do with this high priestess. As much as they have a very, you know, strict kind of way of preaching within their home, going by a spiritual book, at the same time, this is the person that looks for vulnerable women and brings them in, because there's something here with kind of like sex magic that's used, because it says it's time to release negativity upside down. And then you have Capricorn here. They make some sort of money or business from either trafficking or using other people's energy, and they look for vulnerable people. And this one person over here, this high priestess in reverse, didn't care. When they realized, either they already knew that it was, you know, their own blood, or when they realized they didn't care, they were like, that's another person that we can use. Okay, why am I being shown this? So where is this masculine now? Where is this masculine now? Please and thank you. Rage. Quietly licking their wounds. Quietly licking their wounds. Okay. And what's the next move? Please and thank you. What's the next move? Pick it up. Okay. Let me see. Patience. biding their time, trying to figure out how on earth are they going to get around an actual archangel, because obviously they were trying to give some offer to a fallen angel, and they had Archangel Metatron show up like, this is not happening. Okay, who is the fallen angel? Who is the fallen angel? Ooh, cosmic power in reverse. This is almost like the anti-universe, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's reminding me of oh my gosh, what is that program? The program and it's like with the Sandman, and I think it's on Netflix, and like he is the, you know, the king of dreams, and there's like this, there's a scene with him and Lucifer where he's trying to get back certain items of his that give him his power to, you know, move through dream space. And he's had to go down to hell to go and get either his helmet or a bag of sand or whatever it is. And he has to go up in a fight stance against Lucifer. But the way that they fight there is through imagination. But that imagination comes into reality. So they are talking, you know, they say, I am, for example, Lucifer will say, I am a nest of hornets, and every sting takes you down, or whatever. And the, you know, the Sandman will then feel those stings. Right at the end, he says, I am the universe. And, you know, everyone thinks that he's going to win. And then Lucifer says, I am the anti-hope, or something along those lines. And you just see this Sandman slowly fall down, and he starts to go black. And right at the end, he says, I am hope. And everything changes. That's the energy that I'm getting. So this may actually be Lucifer, or this may be Satan, or the devil, or something along those lines. But that, I know that was a very long-winded way of explaining it, but that is the energy that they are sending these sacrifices or offerings to. It's something ancient. It's some sort of fallen angel, or would be seen as a fallen angel in some scriptures or in some holy books or things like that. But there's something even more old about this energy, okay? Because with cosmic power being in reverse, it's part of the universe, even though it is the darker aspects of the universe. All right, well, let's see what else would like to come out. Now, what was its reaction to not getting what it wanted? Because, yeah, look, you've also got Healer of Ages in reverse. And if I put that one there, oh, it took away even more, because you've got attachment underneath. So it took away even more from this High Priestess and from this masculine energy, okay, leaving a lot of storms, because you've got the Goddess of the Moon. They definitely done this over the full moon, okay, and it didn't go the way that they wanted, because there was some sort of illusion that was placed over them, because I heard a false sense of security. Anything else that would like to come out, please and thank you. Wow, they definitely had a contract to fulfill. And if they had fulfilled it, they would have got really good luck. Something about luck more than anything else, stealing someone's luck. And that is what they were contracted to do. Okay, but how is that affecting them now that it didn't happen? Ooh, let's see. Virgo and scarcity. They have lost everything right now, and it's expanding. It's like almost, you know, like you hear the saying that, you know, you've got the Midas touch, everything that you touch turns to gold. This is the opposite, because you've got that number condensed down to 3 is all about expansion. Everything they touch turns to shit. And I literally mean, like, you know, picking up their phone to look at their bank account, and all of a sudden all the people that they've owed money to have found their number, or going into the supermarket, or going into a store or a shop to go and buy something, and there's always chaos around them, or they're always having to wait in really long queues, or they get there and their card isn't working, or the person next to them is being rude. It's just that energy is following them everywhere, okay? Them thinking that they'd have enough money to pay bills is gone, or it's just been doubled, or all of the shittest things that could happen are happening, because you've also got Virgo here, and it says methods for the healing power of, the analysing of, resulting from the perfectionism of. This is also giving me, because Virgos in the shadow side, it's very much about controlling a situation that can't be controlled. So then anxiety comes in, and worry, and, you know, ruminating over and over and over. These two people here cannot stop thinking about what went wrong, and because of that we co-create our reality. And there's something here with whatever it is that they were given the offering to, especially with that, you know, example I gave of the fight that those two people had, and it was all to do with imagination and how it brings that into reality. This thing has gone, well, you're going to keep, this is part of your contract now. Every time that you start, you know, panicking and getting anxious, I'm going to triple and double that, so that comes to you even quicker until you get me what I want. Okay, so that, and they can't stop thinking about it. Okay, because it says methods for the healing power of. Now they're trying to find ways of healing themselves, and it's not working, and they're really angry about it. They're really trapped. They're really, really trapped, and that's why they're so obsessed with the light one. But it's almost like they feel like they have to prove that they can do this, because here you've got your dreams have a practical plan. It's all to do with money, and they're constantly thinking about money. Meditate and contemplate. What do you need to release? And speak up. Okay. So you've got here this person just constantly thinking about ways to trip you up. What they're doing is tripping themselves up, and there's something here with blocking their throat chakra, or this masculine has kind of cut themselves off completely from this high priestess because he's realizing that she's bad luck. She's literally bad luck. Okay. Because yeah, no love has been lost. Literally no love has been lost whatsoever. Now you've also got emotions are running high in reverse, worthiness, yin and yang, and Mercury. Okay, and level up. They've messed up their own business. There was some sort of business that they had together and it's not working, or their contacts no longer want to work with them. Okay, and they're having to keep stum about this, keep very, very quiet, because also with this daughter value over here, they're having to keep quiet about what they're seeing you receiving, especially in this 3D realm of tangible things, whether that's a promotion, a new job, a new car, or, you know, just seeing that you're very, very balanced. They're having to stay very quiet about the fact that they wish that wasn't there. Okay, yin and yang. Yin and yang is about balance, but this card has always been my stop, go, take or receive. They're having to stay very quiet about what it is that was taken from them on the ethers. Something was taken from them on the ethers, because you've got the heart space underneath there as well, because it says many words, many thoughts about or from, because this is Virgo again, and the awareness of. They are fully aware that they're not able to also portray you as someone who is of dark arts, of, you know, walking, not walking the temple path, because look, you've also got here level up and believe in the impossible. They still believe it's possible to do this, okay, but you've got secrets revealed. Secrets revealed, and then your second house. Your second house, and underneath that is awakening. And I just saw right underneath that also, let me just put this other side down, is all tied up. Okay, so the thing is as well, somebody is fully aware that they haven't been able to keep a block in your money. They haven't been able to keep a block in your money. The cat's out of the bag. And I heard the female cousin knows. The female cousin knows what this high priestess tried to do to her. I heard Metatron told her. That's why we had Epiphany come out earlier. Because you've also got here, look, yeah, what a family member tried to do to her. Because it says, as you did in the past, your home base or family, what makes you feel secure? Well, look, your hard work is paying off. And that it didn't work. That it did not work. Anything else that the light ones need to know? North node, because you're standing in your north node, baby. Yes. Right, let me turn these over. And it says the energy is gaining momentum. I'll place it over here. Their connection, or the power that this high priestess gets from whatever fallen angel or you know, entity that she works with, is waning. Okay, because it's something about being hungry and it taking her over. Or constant, I heard nightmares, because it says sixth house, this is all to do with your health. Their health is waning, okay, and creativity is in reverse. They were trying to get to your ancestors also, and they weren't able to. Fifth house, with the trust of a child, fun, romance, and making art, do it dramatically. And I heard Metatron protects it. That child's been protected by Metatron. Boom. And you've got North Node here. There will be, and this is success from and benefit. And this is also to do with, there's something here with your art or your creations. Creations are protected and theirs are not. Well, that was an interesting read, wasn't it? Let's get some zodiac signs before I go. Let's see, what areas of our birth chart should we be looking at or focusing on? Those born under Pisces are soulful, intuitive and empathic. They are prone to experiencing conflicting desires and are changeable because they feel so deeply. Have a look at your 12th house, please, and also look at where Jupiter sits as well, because there seems to be some sort of ending coming to these people which is going to be beneficial to you. And I know that sounds shitty, but that's how the law of polarity works. If you've been pushing against someone's free will for so long and invading their boundaries for so long, at some point it's going to snap back, okay? Because the negative intent, the negative thoughts, the negative actions that you do against someone else, whether or not you feel that kickback straight away, at some point it's going to throw itself back to you. And there will be that polarity of that other person getting the things that they're supposed to, because all the stuff that you've been sending has been nothing but a lesson to them, and they have grown through it. They've become stronger through it. They've become, they've had that awareness of who they are through it. And because of that, they're getting their blessings. You are getting your blessings because of this, okay? Because you've got there the 12th house and you've got Jupiter, and it says Jupiter is known as the planet of luck and abundance. Where it is placed in your birth chart will uncover how you experience fortune, wealth and success. Please have a look at these two. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe and on the notification bell so you can see more of my lovely content. And if you're a returning subscriber, as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and being part of the Cove. I do appreciate you. Anyone that feels moved to leave a donation, it's never expected, never at all, but it's always greatly appreciated when you do, because it means I can put more time, more love and more lovely cards into this channel. Anyone looking for a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box down below. If you look to the second paragraph down, there is a row of blue arrows pointing up. I have 2 emails. Both of them I usually respond within about 48 to 72 hours. If you don't hear from me though, be persistent, send me a prompt email and it will put your email to the top of the list. With that being said, I hope you wonderful souls have a really good morning, afternoon, evening or night, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye bye.